Hey, I'm Ivy and I'm going to teach you how to paint. Before we can talk about anything else, we have to talk about equipment. Now, this is both software and hardware. I understand that not many people might have a budget when they start off in digital art, and that's fine. You know, it is what it is sometimes, but you do have to understand that there are things you're going to have to buy as you progress. And that doesn't mean you're going to have to buy the most fancy schmancy equipment the first time around, unless you have money for that sort of thing. But it's almost good to start off with the cheaper stuff, just so you can get a handle on it. So when you come to buy the fancy schmancy expensive stuff, if you ever do, that you appreciate it. There's two elements to digital art, other than having a computer, of course. If you don't have a computer, then a tablet will do, and we're going to talk about two types of tablet. See, before tablets became such a thing, this kind of tablet, these were tablets. Like, these were the first things called tablets, and then the app kind of tablet came along and everybody started calling those tablets, and then it got really hard to define the two. The drawing kind of tablet is now called a graphics tablet, if I'm correct. I just still call it a tablet. So if you hear me refer to it as a tablet, that's what I mean, is the drawing kind. Aside from this like little bit here, which is you can use a tablet, like an app tablet. There are programs being developed for these tablets, or are already out, that are pretty impressive considering they're on the go. Obviously, you don't have a keyboard, which is problematic. I can imagine if you're used to the normal workflow of using a keyboard. I've never tried drawing on a tablet. I can't speak for something like that, but if that's what you have, then that's what you should use. As for the other type of tablet, out of programs and tablets, it is best to pay money towards a tablet. You can get a lot of free software, and I will be going through the free software you can get, but the tablets, there's many brands of tablets. Wacom is known as like the top tier tablet, and for the longest time they were almost like the only ones, or only ones of note. But recently other companies such as Huion, and I think that's how you say it, and XP Pen have certainly been getting a lot more attention. I personally use, for hardware and software, I use Clip Studio and an XP Pen 22. I think it's called 22 Artisan, and that is great. It's one of these massive screen tablets, so I get to draw directly on the screen, and it does make a huge difference being able to draw directly on your screen. They're bloody expensive. I mean, the XP Pen was a quarter of the price of the Wacom equivalent. Wacom's prices are very high for what you get, but you do technically get the best. However, my XP Pen has just been great. You know, it's been amazing. Like, I've had it for a couple of months now. I got a Christmas present. I cried. Like, so, you know, it really depends. Have a look around at reviews. The cheapest tablet I could find was about $30 USD, and it was this teeny tiny thing from Huion. You can create art with a mouse. You can create art with the touchpad of your laptop. I have painted with the touchpad of my laptop I did for quite a while, good couple of months between broken tablets. It is possible, but it's really important to have pressure sensitivity, not just because of painting reasons, but also if you're going to use a mouse over and over and over again, it's a lot more intense than you would do casually, like browsing the internet or possibly even gaming or something, because you grip it in a certain way, and you will quickly cause yourself problems, you know, unless you stretch and all that kind of thing. For your future selves discomfort of possibly repetitively strain injury, it is worth getting a tablet just for that. Look around, look on YouTube. There's loads of reviews. That's how I decided which one I wanted. Some of these are, I hate to say off-brand, because they're not off-brand. They're just different brands. So some of these different brands do sometimes have problems. You just have to follow the instructions very carefully. There are YouTube videos of how to install the drivers correctly. So at least that's what I did for my one. So I understood what to do really clearly. Software is a whole nother ball game. For one, there's tons of free software. There's tons of great free software. Fire Alpaca, Medibang, GIMP is another one. Paint Tool Site is technically not free. It's technically like $30 to $80, I think. I haven't checked the price recently. Then Clip Studio, which is what I use, tends to be $50. They have a sale every couple of months, and I have seen it gone as cheap as like 70% off. So that would be like $15 or something like that. Not for a while. They kind of keep in the ballpark of 40 to 60% off, but sometimes they'll go really, really off. Just wait until there's a sale. Just have a look around. See, because I am using Clip Studio, I will be using Clip Studio. So there are some discrepancies between programs, and I will talk about those. To my knowledge, I think there's more programs out there. Again, YouTube, look around, just look around. You might be able to find something that looks perfect for you. There is so much free software out there. On the other end of the spectrum, Photoshop is currently not a buy it and that's it kind of software. They now charge you monthly. Kind of rent the program now. You can't buy the program anymore. Adobe has something called the Creative Cloud. Yeah, so unless you're a student, which you can get a student discount for the Creative Cloud, you now have to pay £20 to £75 a month. That's pounds because it won't give me dollars. Photoshop is industry standard. So if you are looking into working in the industry, it's good to at least understand how Photoshop works. There's PaintStorm, Corel Painter, that's another one. PaintStorm is $20. PaintStorm seems quite good. I'm actually looking into possibly getting PaintStorm, and it's not because I hate Clip Studio or anything like that. Sometimes it's good just to have more than one program because they can do different things. Bordeaux Dante uses PaintStorm right now, so if you want a good review of what PaintStorm is like, then go check out his channel. I'll put a link at the end of the video for you to go check out one of his videos using PaintStorm. Personally, if you're going into painting, I would suggest either PaintStorm, Clip Studio, but I am 100% biased. So yeah, just to summarize, it's better to pay for a tablet than it is necessary for software because there's free software, but there's no free tablets.